Hi, Yvonne. Yeah, it's not the best solution, but actually in your situation it may work better is you open up your photo slideshow page and remove the logo and the menu bar from the top of the page, and then just rely upon people to use the back arrow um, to do that. Now, to get rid of that stuff, what I'm going to do is open up your photo slideshow page, go down about line 119, find this header top, right, and just click it like so and hit delete, and then what will happen is you'll get the picture to show um, without having the logo and the menu sort of creep halfway down the page covering up the face and things like that. So give that a shot, see if that does the trick first. Oh, of course, before you do that, make a copy or a backup of your existing slideshow, your photo slideshow page, then do that. Then if you have to, what I would do is leave the page open, preview it, see if it looks, the way you want it to look, right? And you can just test it in your browser by resizing the browser, right? You can just sort of, open the page up in a browser, resize the browser to sort of get an idea if it's going to work the way you want it to work. You see here's with it gone, and you have a lot better, you get way more picture, right? It's going to resize down to a certain amount, but what happens is you see the picture resizes. Well, it's going to resize down to its original width. So if you had a picture that was like we use some pretty big pictures here, right? So let's say you actually used a picture that was 800 by 600. It's going to resize down to 800 pixels, and then at that point in time, it's going to stop resizing. Okay. Um, and full screen actually doesn't look too bad. The original pictures we used in this one were like 1024 by 568, and they weren't too bad, right? It encompasses a good portion, and that way it works well on tablets and landscapes and that, and phones. And photo galleries on phones are going to be, try and make sure the image you use, if it's a person's face, make sure it's in the center of the page, and then it should be right. And the smaller the image you actually use, the smaller the image will break down or scale down to, because it's a full screen slider. What happens is it's not going to go down any if it's like 600 pixels tall, it's not going to go any less than 600 pixels tall, because it has to take up the full screen of the page, right? So you just have to be careful sometimes on the images that you select. But anyways, give that a try.